Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today I will tell you the story of the great Swurmy and Fiddly war. Now you may be wondering how I got here, why there is a war, what this is. It all started a long while back when Congress of Crabs posted this crab collection in the Coromon Discord server. Me, being the Swurmy lover I am, decided to post my 6 Swurmies too. One thing led to another, and we decided that once mobile is out we would battle 6 Swurmies versus 6 Fiddlies, all to determine whether Swurmies or Crabs were better. Fast forward to November 8th and Coromon mobile releases. I soloed the whole game with one Swurmy, video for that in the description, and begin making my team. Now, I was making this team at the point where I was just okay at PvP, you know. It was like November 20th, November 30th, you know. I could beat some noobs, but better players would beat me most of the time. But I had a lot of experience playing with Claw, as it was probably my most used mod on my PvP teams. So I thought I knew how to exploit its weaknesses. First of all, it's slow and has no priority moves. Third, it has low special defense, and yeah, that's it. So I set my mind on this one strategy where I would use multiple Swurmies to set up, and because of that, make one Swurmy almost invincible for a period of time, in which I would set up glass cannons, as it was unlikely he would run any special attackers, considering that's the weekend attacking stat and Swurmy is a special wall, so I wouldn't need a special defense. Then one agility training to make sure things went well, and just sweep his team with clearing wind and super drain. The rest of my Swurmies had a few roles. 2 were Pista and Pomo fruit. Basically just stack themselves, so I make sure that I can like deal with any Fiddly that's running rampant on my team. And then there were some more supports, that special sweeper mixes to have a Swurmy for every occasion, and Dr. Pepper's wife. Now, on to our battle. Congress of Crabs, I'm coming for you! Our first battle began, and I set up like I planned. Great, he'll play right into my hands, as I thought. But then suddenly, my world was shattered. He was doing a lot more damage than I was expecting. This is because even though Swurmy and Fiddly may both be first stage evolutions, Fiddly has much better stats, traits, and skills. The rain damage plus stab plus having the highest base attack in the entire game, compared to Swurmy's abysmal defense, all led to even my most set up mon getting demolished. From then on, it was a clear loss. I forfeited that match, rather than get swept and lose my dignity. We then battled again, after I wanted a rematch, and things were looking to be much the same as the previous battle, but then suddenly Mrs. Pepper, Dr. Pepper's wife, seemed to sweep his whole team. You see, in the previous match he stopped 2 agility trainings and swapped because in reduced RNG mode or PvP, multi-hitting skills always hit 2 times, but stat boosts to your speed affect it further. So if you have a negative speed stat change, you only hit 1 time, and if you have a positive stat change, you hit 3 times, which basically means you can 1.5 times your speed and damage at the same time by increasing your speed, and a Cado fruit cannot save you from this. But since he thought 1 speed boost was enough this time, he almost got swept because of it. He only got saved because he had a set when he uses last and then activates his sword fruit and raises his speed to KO next turn. To save myself from losing my most valuable team member, I switched to my bulky Swurmy, but it still stood no chance. So I set up my priority Swurmy, which took out his Fiddly, but then he set up a setup Fiddly, which proceeded to tank Mrs. Pepper's clearing wins, and then sweep my team after that. I lost the battle, but not the war. I trained and trained until I got to top 10 on the 66 rank leaderboards. I honed my skills further with hundreds of PvP matches. I got more Swurmy skins to increase my status, and most importantly, I analyzed the games and realized my mistakes before. I tried too hard to focus on Swurmy's strengths, and I forgot to focus on Fiddly's weaknesses. Fiddly can outstep me, and so I will take advantage of that and immediately take care of Fiddly before he finishes his setup. I also recorded the fight, while my opponent didn't, meaning he wouldn't know exactly what to adapt to. He'll just remember fast while he did lots of damage. I can use this to my advantage and assume he might use the same team, but he beat my Swurmy, so it's no pushover. While analyzing Fiddly's skills, I also came to the realization that the trait you choose changes your stats if you're devolved. At first I thought about how I could exploit Fiddly using that, but later that night as I was laying in bed at 1:30 AM it hit me. I could use that on my own Swurmies, because most of my trades were useless, meaning that I could use different stat spreads to further increase my chances of winning. I went with Antidote plus plus, as it barely affected my stats. It only slightly lowers my special attack and only lowers my defenses by 10%, making me basically just Humby at that point, but with a different skin. I also changed my team composition. Setup and physical hits are overrated, so I kept those to minimum and filled the rest of my team with special attackers to remove raid as well and deal tons of damage. Also, any not choice Swurmies also have Transcending to make sure he can't sweep me at 1 HP. As I was strategizing, I came to a big realization. If he ever puts like fully rested on all of his mons, or puts like 20 points to special defense, it is impossible for him to lose. He literally can just put Humidifier plus plus, max special defense, max attack and live 2 to 3 elbow hits, or like 6 regular hits and then just trade 1 Fiddly for 3 Swurmies and win like that. The difference between Swurmy and Fiddly is just too great and I can't do anything about it. Even if I win, it'll purely be because my opponent didn't know better. The victory won't feel as sweet as how bad the losses feel. Sitting here I realize that the most I can do is just accept the fact that even if I win, it'll be meaningless, and grind away on other projects until Fiddly gets nerfed and hope, just hope, that one day I can beat Fiddly at 100% one day. But my sorrow can't get the best of me, so I partnered up with Vørst, and by that I mean just using his damage calculator, and by using that I optimized the Humby out of Swurmy. I realized that I only need around 24 points into speed to outspeed a max speed Fiddly.
But won't a max speed Acorn or plus 1 Fiddly outspeed you?
It will outspeed me with or without the extra 36 points into speed, and while I could outspeed a 44 speed Acorn or a plus 1 and 60-40-26 is a common type spread for potential points. If he wants a fast Fiddly, he'll just max speed, max attack and hope for the best like he did in our previous matches. The rest was put into defense because otherwise I would die for one splatter hit. Like literally, a splatter hit twice and I would die for one hit. One singular hit, that's it. Now, January 10th, 11 PM. It was time for our rematch. I warmed up on ranked 6v6. I lost a lot. Bro, I lost like 100 MMR. It was bad. But here we are nonetheless. I readied up, made sure my Swurmies made sense, and I locked in. I led with Mrs. Pepper as she did very well last time. It's my almost stone Swurmy. To my surprise, he sent out a special defense Fiddly that only took 40 damage from my clearing winds, that is with max special attack and almost stone. So what I said before about you just living and just trading all Fiddlies for Swurmies is true. After seeing that, I thought instantly he adapted and all his Fiddly are gonna be like invincible and like brick walls, but I could not get demotivated yet. But I actually lived his splatters and was able to get 2 hits because of my new and improved potential stat spread. However, I saw an opportunity here, so I sent out my setup Swurmy. The plan is Blast Cannon, lift his splatter, activate Tally Fruit and sweep at plus 4 special attack, even though I haven't set up any speed, because only one Fiddly, his Acre 1, if he has that, can outspeed me. So I clearing wounded and blew his Fiddly away, but next up he sent out a Fiddly similar to my Swurmy, but using the Zoom Fruit to activate his fruit if he lived, which he did because of fully reset plus plus. He then was on course to sweep, but luckily I had one more trick up my sleeve. I had an Echo Swurmy, exactly for this type of situation. One after the other, 3 Fiddlies fell to Echo Swurmy, either because I lifted his attack, he got overconfident and tried to set up, or I outsped and OHKO'd that. That was until his last Fiddly, which did manage to take down my Swurmy because I ran out of SP, but I still had 3 more Swurmies. I sent out Maca Stone Swurmy and Congress of Crabs, seeing 3 Swurmy Ross cannons pointed at him, forfeited the match. I talked with him after the match and he said he does not want a rematch yet, because there is no way he can beat that speed Demon Swurmy of mine, and then beat the rest of my team as well. So he gave me the win for the whole thing. I won, man! Can you believe it? I actually won fair and hexagon. This is something I only ever dreamt of doing, and I haven't felt this happy since I beat Shiawase I won Swurmy. Screw all I said about victory being meaningless because blah blah blah. I just became the Swurmy master, bro. Nobody can match me. Man. What a fun time this was. Can't wait to see what the future holds for more battles against Congress of Crabs. But for now, Swurmy squad goes in retirement. Shout out to Congress of Crabs for making this all possible. In his honor, my next video will be soloing the game with one Fiddly only. And after that, I'll listen to the polls again into the videos the polls tell me to do. But anyway, I'll do the Fiddly challenge next. That will be a fun challenge, and I'm ready to annihilate whatever stands in my way. Quite poetic, I'd say. After making Fiddly my enemy so much, I now recruit him as one of my own. Anyway, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really fun. You know, just on the bus thinking, that's what we could use more special defense or defense. Maybe I should give that Swurmy rubber web instead. All of these thoughts and all of this planning that I did, and it finally paying off. It was really amazing. And yeah, I think that's all I had to say. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I sure did. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Like a game because just can't stop the like. And I'll see you next time. Bye.